A big hello and welcome. You're watching News 9. My name is Vivek Vinayak. Every time we watch a Hollywood movie, we always feel jealous. What an industry, what sets, what budget, what actors. But what you don't know, that every single time a Bollywood or an Indian movie is made, Hollywood's eyes are always on us. And proof for that is a short film that was made by our city's youngsters has made it global. The short film on adoption made by two childhood friends, Abhishek AL and Navin Kumar from Bengaluru, has apparently tugged the heartstrings of Hollywood actor Ashton Kutcher. Take a look at the film. Has this left you still? That's what Ashton Kutcher said. This will leave you still. Hollywood actor Ashton Kutcher commenting on this movie made by our Bengalurians, and what a proud moment it is for us to have a Hollywood actor commenting and actually appreciating our young filmmakers. I've got with me the cast and crew of the film, the guys who actually did this short movie, a short 2-minute film about child and children in Bengaluru. And it's a proud moment for all you guys. First of all, clap for yourselves for actually getting this comment. It's not an easy thing to get appreciation from Hollywood, because every single time a Hollywood director or an actor comes to India, he doesn't really probably treat our industry as equal. But now they're trying to appreciate us and give us confidence that yes, we've got some substance in us. I have with me the entire team of the movie, starting with Abhishek AL, who is the associate director. Hi Abhishek, welcome to our News 9 studios. It's a pleasure to have you here. We next have Sendhil, who's the assistant director of the movie. Thank you, Sendhil, for joining us in our studios. And then we have Bhupinder, who is a cinematographer for this particular movie. And after that, we have Karthik R. He is the assistant director for this particular movie. I initially confused you with the Karthik R in the Tamil film industry, who's a music director. All right. And then we have Karthik Sharma, who is one of the crew members of the movie. And then we have Venkatesh Warlu. Is that right? He's an artist playing this movie. And then we have Navin Kumar, who is the director of the movie. Lastly, we also have a gentleman joining us in the movie. Sir, tell us a good name.
Nirmal Kumar.
Nirmal Kumar, who's also, what do you do in the movie, sir?
I'm the music director.
You're the music director of the movie. Yeah. So it's so lovely to have you guys here in our studios, and we're going to get talking to you about what the movie is all about. We've seen a glimpse of the movie, in fact, the entire clip of this movie. So tell us, let's start with you. What was it like to actually see that comment on Twitter? Somebody as big as Ashton Kutcher saying, this movie will leave you still.
I was still indeed.
Still indeed? Okay.
Yeah, because we did something with this film with the least expectations.
Okay.
All we thought was, hardly 300 views per day. That should make us, get us a good smile on our face.
Okay.
But hitting nearly around 67 lakhs within a year, not even a year too, within a year, it's way beyond to accept.
67 lakhs, ladies and gentlemen, that's not a small feat to achieve if you're just starting off in the world of cinema. There's so much competition every single day. A new director is doing well, a new actor is doing well. And in spite of that, if these guys have been recognized by Ashton Kutcher, it's not a small thing to neglect. And Sendhil, what do you feel about this this achievement of yours? I mean, it's nothing to do, nothing to do like you've got an award or you've not got an Academy Award, but it's something to something to feel good about yourselves.
Yeah,
so how do you feel right now?
This is my first project, and we started as friends. and we were actually stunned to see its growth, and it's won a lot of awards, and I'm very happy to be a part of this team.
Great. Bhupinder, you're the cinematographer for this movie. What was it like shooting for this movie? Many people assume that, short movies are easy to direct, it's easy to shoot. What are the challenges you faced while shooting this particular movie?
See, I would say the effort that goes into making a short film is as much as you go with any other media video. Yeah, it was. We did not get into this project with any expectations that we would go out and one day become big or anything of that sort.
Okay.
This was just an idea that got to us, and we wanted to put it out there for the people to, watch and take a look. And we are glad that it's taken such a big leap,
of course,
more than we expected.
Of course. Karthik Raja, you're the assistant director for this movie. What was the experience like working in this movie? It's a strong subject.
Okay,
it's a subject which touches your heart. Yeah, what do you feel?
Actually, when we were shooting this thing, and we had a lot of problems. We had to meet every weekend. We have to, dedicate our other times for this movie particularly.
Of course.
And we didn't expect this. Actually, Ashton Kutcher is a very good. We didn't expect. Okay. I was like, are you sure? Can I get back? I went to a website, checking everything, and then we were like, oh my God, this is unbelievable, and really I was very excited. And
sometimes a lot of fake accounts of celebrities. So were you scared?
Yeah, we also
were you scared that some random guy playing Ashton Kutcher in Twitter is actually tweeting for you? Were you scared about that? Did you verify?
Yeah, we were
this is really Ashton Kutcher.
That's why we verified, cross-checked. Again and again. Is it Ashton Kutcher? Seriously. He was sharing the other movies also previously, and we were we didn't expect him to be at least. He's gonna watch our movie and all, but seriously, we are very touched. He also shared us part of the thing.
All right, wonderful. What about you? You are one of the crew members in the movie?
Yeah, I'm one of the crew members, and I think what's beautiful about the movie is one, obviously the message.
Okay.
And the second thing that's really nice about the movie is where it was shot. It was shot in a place called Shishu Mandir, which is also an adoption center.
Okay.
Yeah, so the movie conveys the message of adoption, not just for people who cannot make, who find it difficult to make babies, but also for people who should adopt generously, and also it's shot in a place that promotes adoption. So that was one of my major responsibilities in the movie. I think it's great.
Okay, wonderful. Sir, what do you think, sir? This movie is getting so much of appreciation from Hollywood, from everybody in India are viewing this movie. What do you feel?
Yeah, first of all, I should thank all the crew members who have worked for this, a small bit of message going into the world level. Apart from that, though I am a theatre artist, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, all the languages I used to act, but I was called by these group persons to come and act a small character in that. But when I acted it, I didn't feel that it was, it will go to such a level. But the depth of the character was so good. The whole theme has become a big issue. That way I used to feel highlighted to these people.
Navin Kumar, director of this particular movie. How did you get this subject? How did you think of this concept, and who came up with the script? Of course, you are the director, but there must be somebody who came up with this idea of creating a movie, a short movie about adoption of children.
Yes, actually, so before I start, I just have to tell thanks to News9 because we are just in front of you because of this movie here. And this started before 2.5 years, maybe. I just wrote the script. It was an idea written in a paper, a normal A4 sheet paper, and I just showed it to my friend Abhishek. We discussed about it. Though we know that we'll make it, but someday. Then after a year, we all became friends. So we all are in a group where we want to go to the movies field. So each one has single talent with them. So when I came up with them, everyone appreciated it. And the moment we started the movie, it was a one-day shoot. And as he told, it was in Shishu Mandir. We were actually looking for a girl child, to be honest. We were actually looking for a girl child. That's why it took 1 year for the casting. So that girl child is only because we wanted to convey two messages in that. One is the killing of the girl child and adoption. So, but we couldn't get a girl child, but this star came in front of us. He was Sendhil's neighbor. So that's how we met him, and he acted he never acted. He actually lived the character, but he doesn't know what is he doing till last. He
Really?
can't- yeah.
What was his name?
We were actually grabbing him with, going to purchase. I mean, going to buy you your pizza. That's what he was asking for.
Okay.
If you see the last scene where he was actually lying down on the floor, he literally refused to lie down on the floor just because it was dirty. Okay, and we cleaned the whole floor, and still we requested him to lie down. He still didn't. And I sent Bhupi on stairs. Okay, just go on there. Navin was like, I can hear something on this floor. You want to lie down here? And he like, no, I didn't hear anything. Like, okay, stay there. You'll hear. Wait.
The shot was taken.
Shot was done.
Wow, what a wonderful story. What a wonderful story.
At the end, he said, you buy me pizzas, that's a Domino's pizza, then I'm going to act.
What he's bought himself is appreciation from Hollywood, isn't it? That's what he's bought himself. You're the music director, Nirmal. It was a short movie, and these guys were trying to come up with something unique. What was your plan like to give music for this particular movie?
First of all, I like to thank Navin to given me movie to this.
Okay.
Which is very awesome.
Uh-huh.
Actually, Navin, I met him only two months before when we started this project. So he came up with the project, and he said the shooting is going on. So I thought it'll somewhat, I don't know how they are shooting and all. So then once he came up with the footages, then I felt very awesome. It is something different what we are doing. So I was composing more tunes, and he was not satisfied, and even Abhishek was not satisfied. So we used to compose and work till 2 o'clock nights and all.
Okay.
So at last something came, and he liked the tune, and it's going. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. I mean, Ashton Kutcher, of course, commented and said that this movie will leave you still. But first, it was the Indian audiences who appreciated your movie. Or you said 67,000? 67 lakhs. 67 lakhs. That's the kind of views you've got. What was it like while reading the comments? What did people react? What did they say?
Actually, we get comments like, can we adopt the child? I mean, if you just let us know.
Really?
Yes. I'm like, so many calls. I mean, like, we are ready to adopt and stuff and all. We are like, okay, it's actually as a parents and everything.
Achha,
so
okay.
you don't have to do this. And they also left comments like, no, it's okay, no problem. We'll talk to their parents and all.
Really? What were the comments like, Bhupinder?
I would say the maximum number of comments that we got were mainly about people telling us how this video made them cry. Okay. People shed tears, and I mean, that was not the intention. The intention was to send out a good message, but if it has touched their heart, then nothing better than that. So other than that, I would say there were people who actually wanted to adopt this very child. So they were like, we want to adopt this child, how can we do it, and all of that. And then, as Karthik explained, that he said no, he's got parents, and he's not up for adoption. Okay. Funny things aside, it is sad to me that one particular set of comment that came from all across the world, I would say from every country almost, was that every single individual from different countries complained about how tough it was to adopt a kid. There were so many of them who really wanted to go in for adoption, people who've faced issues already with adoption, and they've not been able to do it. Okay, because of tough country laws. I mean, there are different laws in different countries, and it's really sad that you actually can't do this. I understand that the country has its own fears about the kid's future and all of that, but I think they should open up a little more in terms of adoption.
Well, that's very heartening to know, and also find out that even couples who want to adopt children are not able to because of tough country laws. So I'm sure India is fast improving and making those laws less difficult for couples. Let's talk to you. What was it like reading the comments on Facebook or on Twitter or on YouTube? What was the experience like?
The first comment I still remember, not exactly the first comment, but the followed by series on it. The person be around 45 years old or something.
Okay.
And all he said was, I miss my mom. I want to go.
Wow.
I want to go and lie down on my mom's lap. She's no more.
Okay. Wow.
That's something, that made me still move.
That made you move. Wow.
And I think Abhishek called me immediately about it, and he called me and he told me about this. This particular comment that there's this guy who says he misses his mother who's just passed away, and I just broke down. I just broke down. I just cried on the phone.
Okay.
For 2 minutes, I think I was just quiet. So I mean, I don't know. It was just a little emotional.
Sendhil, while shooting the movie, was there any emotional moments where you felt that the actors had to act it out in a particular way? It's called method acting, where you get into the entire character and live that character. So, did you go into that kind of a level? Did you get into the roots of acting and ensure that the entire film was shot in a very authentic manner, in a very touching manner?
Okay. First of all. His name, the boy's name is Udi. That's how we call him.
Udi?
Yes.
Okay.
His
What's up, Udi? If you're watching this program, I'm proud of you, dude.
He's actually traveling. He's traveling from Hyderabad back to Bangalore.
Achha, okay.
We were not able to go catch him up because he was traveling.
Alright.
And he's very smart, very talented, and he's my neighbor. So when the director Navin was explaining me about the story, I thought this guy will fit in, but we were looking for a girl. So I said, okay, once I'll bring this guy, you just have a look at him. He's very smart, he's very talented. Why don't you try this guy? And then when we saw, and this guy was, in fact, in most of the scenes that we were shooting, we asked him to do one more. Let's go one more.
Okay.
At a point in time, he said, okay, let's go one more. Then there was a confusion whether he was the director or Navin. So he was so talented.
Wow.
And he made things very easy. So, yes, that's how.
Okay, that's the kid you're seeing on your screen?
Yes. This particular shot,
okay.
This was a shot he said, I want to go for one more.
Ah,
yeah.
Okay.
And
he wants another take.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfectionist.
We said we're okay with it. Like, no, one more.
One more.
Okay.
I didn't carry the chalk properly.
Oh, I didn't carry the chalk properly.
And trust me, at the end of the day, we never used to call him Udi. Hero, shoot ready.
Really?
Okay, come.
Wow. See, that's the benefit of having your neighbor act in your movie. First of all, you don't have to pay him any money. Second of all, he becomes so close to you that you become better neighbors.
We actually scheduled it for 2 days. Actually, we planned it for 2 days. Let's go for a stretch for 2 days stretch. But we didn't expect that. It was one day completion. It was really we are surprised. I'm like we have finished it in 1 day.
Okay. Wonderful. Sir, Mr. Venkatesh, yes. You're playing one of the characters in the movie.
Yeah.
What was the experience like working with Udi and the rest of the characters, and how was your experience working with the director, the entire crew of this movie, sir?
It was fantastic to work with all these people, sir. Okay. But the thing is that the character, how they molded that watchman character, really, I have to say.
You played a watchman in the movie?
Yeah, I played a watchman character. The way then they put that character into that.
Correct.
As an audience, the character has been built.
Correct.
And I feel I have justified the character as per the crew is concerned. It is fantastic to see a watchman who is a watchman in the school. He is not only a watchman to the school, he looks after all the kids because they are all orphans.
Okay.
So especially this kid who is different from them, it was hard. It was touching my heart to see this kid acting. It's really wonderful to see. So I, being an artist with experience of so much, I felt these kinds of movies has to come out so that the society also will look into these aspects and they will go into that.
Yeah, I only wish you had a better producer or something, This movie could have been much more, it could have had a better reach. What I mean to say is, but what do you guys do otherwise? Are you filmmakers?
Yes.
All of you? Full-time filmmakers?
4 of the actors.
We're actors as well as a couple of us are filmmakers.
Okay.
And some of us are actors as well.
Okay, so you're full-time into filmmaking
and acting.
And acting.
Theaters.
Okay, so it's not like, I have a part-time job and then,
Yeah, I work for a company.
You work for a company, sir? Okay.
I work for Indian Telephone Industries, a public sector.
Oh, very nice, sir.
So after working hours, I just go into these
While
kinds of
pursuing your
activities.
passion.
Yeah.
Even I work. I mean, we have to work
Of course.
to make money, because at the end of the day, it's very difficult to get producers, especially for youngsters and newcomers in this industry.
Yes.
So to rotate money every month and to survive, we do work. I work in an ad agency. I'm setting up an office in Chennai and Pune.
Okay.
I also just recently opened a new firm with a childhood friend, and dream is to make it a PR firm, be in the industry.
Okay.
We all are going to do another project in the future together.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Talking about finances, how tough was it to finance this movie? It's a short movie, but then it will come with its own set of
I'll tell
costs.
about the finances.
That was more interesting part. No financer would have done this. Trust me.
Very sure. Story actually, you should tell thanks to the editor and the cinematographer.
Okay.
Because we actually rolled them, everything we did. We won the movie. That's it. We used to go to his house for editing. It was in Vijayanagar. And every day we used to go. Our lunch was puff, egg puff, veg puff. Maximum. At least we used to have that, but editor, he'll be like, no, I'll finish it and then I'll have it. And then has days when we were like into a situation where we thought, okay, how to end this? Everything is done, and we didn't know how to go further with this. So that's when Children's Day came. I wanted to release this movie for a Mother's Day because the idea came on a Mother's Day. So on a Mother's Day, we just thought, see, I saw many videos on Mother's Day. It was telling about how parents are to the kids and kids are to the parents, but no one told about how kids are to the parents who they don't have it all. I mean, they wouldn't have seen them. So in that thought, we made the script, and the 14th November, we released it, 2013. So as you were telling about the comments, I saw one comment, maybe it's not heart-touching, but it was nice. I could tell it was very nice. He told, 2 comments were there. One comment was, I'm missing my mom, though she's just sitting next to me. So it was so touching. It was like he's missing his mom. He has a mom just next to him, but he's missing the mom just seeing the movie. Another was, we saw some dislikes in YouTube. It was around 60 dislikes. 60
Interesting.
More now, I think.
Yeah, 60 to 70 dislikes, obviously. So in that, one guy wrote that maybe they turned up the monitor and liked the button. It made me think, okay, for a while. I'm like, what is he telling about?
But these guys on the social media platform are ruthless because they know it's anonymous. Even if they have an idea, I mean, you can't really trace them or get back to them.
Exactly.
So they're ruthless. Huh? When they comment, they go all out. I'm sure you must have got some nasty comments.
Actually, I didn't delete any comments. It's all in the YouTube. So we didn't want to delete because we wanted more negative comments. Where to improve, we wanted to know.
Basically, constructive criticism.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so we wanted.
It was a marketing stunt.
Yeah.
And we're wondering how it's a marketing stunt.
We're not
Any brands featured in your movie?
No.
All good?
Yes, everything is fine. And
Alright.
yesterday there was an email from Pakistan.
Pakistan?
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, Pakistan, we got many emails telling that YouTube is blocked in our country, but I want to see this movie. My brother has watched it in some other country, so he has told me to watch it, but I'm not able to watch it. So what we did was, we uploaded it in Facebook, we shared it with them. So that's how we did it. So when Pakistan, a country, I know Pakistan is our neighboring country, a friendly country, it tells us, and we were like, more than enough.
It's friendly or not, I don't know. but definitely you guys have extended your hands of friendship with your particular movie.
Yes.
Now I'll tell you what, everybody would have got appreciation from your mothers, isn't it?
Yes.
Finally, my son is doing something, isn't it? Finally, you get the appreciation. What was the reaction from your moms? You know, what did they say? What did they have to say about this really touching movie? Starting with you.
I actually discontinued engineering in second year.
Oh, that's what all filmmakers do. Come on.
Exactly, yeah.
That's what all
Seriously.
filmmakers do, yes.
And that time, both my parents were like, okay, what next?
Okay.
Big question mark. And then slowly started up here and there, slowly picked up.
Okay.
I was also continuing with the theatre one. And then just came up with the script. And then we did this film, and then I just told mom, okay, watch it, let me know how it is. She just kept quiet. And then as the likes went on increasing, then she felt, okay, there is something in this movie, so I'll need to watch it. That's when she watched, and she was just holding my hand, nothing.
She was?
She was holding my hand tight.
Wow.
Like
How touching. That was very nice. But she didn't say anything to you?
That was more than enough to.
No, in the sense, she must have been thinking a lot of things in her mind, she might be saying.
Mom, they don't tell anything, Seriously, they won't tell anything.
What about you? What about your mom?
Yeah, in fact, my dad spoke a lot instead of my mom because my dad is a very good friend of the
Basically,
hero.
your mom is like a dad at home.
Not exactly. He's a best friend. His best friend is the hero, that is Udi.
Achha,
and
okay.
I'm into the industry from past 2 years, and my dad was like, from last 2 years you're there into the industry, and I don't see a video on TV or on YouTube. But my friend is already on YouTube, and he's so famous. I'm very happy for him.
Oh, okay.
So that's how.
Wonderful. Bhupinder?
Well, my mother is, I would say she's the one who, keeps me to the ground.
Keeps you grounded. You're a severe critic?
Yeah, she does that. And if she's seen something and she says something, it's going to be something bad.
Achha.
So she actually saw this video, it got over. She said nothing. She just stood up, looked at me, and walked out of the room. So I was like, thank God. Okay. She liked it.
It's kind of hard to believe because generally mothers are the one who are very, very partial to their kids. You'll never hear a mother saying it's bad. My son is the best. This is the best movie I've ever seen. The dads are the ones who are the biggest critics. Saying no, that's not good.
They're supportive, but they just keep quiet. Okay.
They just keep quiet. Okay.
They know we're a little too jumpy.
I know.
All right, Karthik.
Okay. For me, it's like I'm being a film student also. I've finished my degree in film.
Great.
SAE.
Okay.
Initially, I had problems to get into college and stuff. Like normally, you know, parents like, I'm getting into film school. They're like, what film school? You don't have anything there. You don't have to do anything. Just get into some engineering, do something. I'm like, no. Everyone were against my thing. I mean, I have to go to film school and all. I had to go to film school against them. I had to finish everything. But then they started asking, okay, you got into film. What did you do? What did you do? I mean, like, I've been doing many short films and stuff as a project of college, but they were not interested. I mean, like, I keep showing them, see, this is what I do, this is what I do. Okay. When I showed this film, and they're like, they started asking, did you do this? I mean, like, did you guys actually do this? I'm like, yes, we did this. I'm like, she was staring at me.
I wouldn't believe if you told me you did that. And I was there.
Okay, I was like, okay, fine. She didn't talk. I mean, like, just she was staring at me. Okay, she was like, still. I'm like, I don't think you've done this. I mean, she has to prove that she is right. So I made her, no, you're not right. We were right. I mean, we did this. We did something which made sense out of in social media. So she was happy, actually.
Okay. What about you, Karthik?
The thing is, I was brought up in the organization where we shot. Shishu Mandir is a home for the underprivileged.
All right.
I've lived there for about 11 years.
Wonderful.
And so when we were looking for a location for the movie, nothing better than the place I was brought up in, and I knew that it supports education. So from what my mother said, of course she loved it, my actual mother.
Okay.
But where I was brought up, the organization itself loved it. They're moved. They're very happy that we've done it there. And I think it's a great support to the cause. So
always feels good when you give back something to
exactly.
your near and dear ones, isn't it? Karthik, you
very
made
much.
a lot of people cry that night.
A lot.
A lot of them?
Yeah. I mean, a lot from the organization.
You yourself look like you're going to be in tears in the next 5 minutes. But sir, of course, tell us what your family and friends, what did they say?
My parents, though they are aged, they could not understand the concept.
Okay.
Then I told my mother, Mom, this is the situation. So she could understand. Then she said, oh, at last you have done a good thing on the TV.
At last?
Yeah, that means I used to act only in dramas.
Okay.
So it was not on to the TV.
Okay.
When she understood that concept, she said, you have done a wonderful job. But rather than my mother, because they are aged, it was my family, my children and my wife. They really felt. My wife used to say, my children, you people are...
I think the pleasure of achieving something after so much of hardship is that one comment people say, finally you've done it, You know, isn't that a great feeling, sir? Like you get that from anybody. You know, it doesn't have to be from Ashton Kutcher or anybody. Even the smallest of people tell you've done a good job. You feel great about yourself.
Very much.
That's what I can see in your eyes. Sir, director sir, bolliye.
To be frank, my mom right now she's in Delhi. But
Okay.
her heart is somewhere, here only beating somewhere.
Really?
Yes.
Ask her to switch on the channel and watch
Yes,
News9.
actually, I told her, the moment I told her, she's like, okay. She didn't tell anything else. She just handed over the phone to someone else. I don't know what happened to her. I told that we'll be coming News9. And when I showed the movie to her, I told her I'm making a movie for past 10 years. So though she knows that I will make a movie, but she never knew what I'm actually making. So, and we were very sure that we'll never make a first debut love story, at least.
Okay.
So we wanted to make something more emotional, so that's when we came here. When I showed her the movie, in the movie you'll get the starting part based on a true story. The moment she saw that, she's like, oh, that's great. That's all. After that, for each and every cut, she told that's great. And at the end of the moment, she's like, yes, it's good, but somewhere, that.
Surprising, nowadays mothers are also being critics, somewhere here. Sir, how tough was it to actually create music for this movie, considering it has such an emotional subject, and they're talking about their mothers. It has to be dealt with such, precision. So, was there anything running through your mind that it's about adoption, it's about mother, it's about parents, and what is happening in your mind? Did you watch some films related to this topic?
No, not much. Because I try to compose myself. Whatever it is, it should be a lively. It should not match to any other songs. But even though they gave some reference, so it should look like this. So, but even though it was very difficult to work, because even I'm working, so only after 6 o'clock I have to sit and work. I have to spend time with my family. So we used to work till 12 and 1 night. So it went well. So if at last I felt very happy that at least I did something good, and Navin has to tell.
You know what I'm happy about? I've heard at least 5 at lasts here in this particular studio. And the thing about at lasts is that you actually can do it. It's not impossible. And talking about impossible, I know the cinema industry is an impossible industry for people who, who want to make it big, who want to earn money, who want to take it up as their full-time profession. And I'm sure you guys have been through that phase where, you've struggled, you've not seen success, you've heard criticisms from all quarters, getting thrown out of the house, your boss yelling at you. In that sense, what is your message for the upcoming filmmakers who somehow give up, or they feel, I'm in the wrong industry or made a wrong decision? Because end of the day, you're learning something or the other, whether it's good or bad. So what is your message, starting with Karthik?
Normally people, they give up very easily, and compared to every other industry, film industry is very, very tough. That's why even my parents were insisting, see, you have to get into engineering, this is not going to happen and all. But still I kept going on. I'm still going on. Though we are getting into industry, we are doing a next feature film, hopefully. It is already in the schedule.
Okay.
So this is our way of showing that even we can do it.
Okay.
We are into industry for almost 5 years. We are trying and keep trying. We will try.
I think what is important is the passion. And if you're able to make your livelihood out of it, if not you're a crorepati or you're a big superstar.
Okay.
I think a lot of people aim at becoming that when they watch TV or they watch movies. I want to be this, I want to be that. If you're following your passion and earning your livelihood and enjoying what you're doing every single day, it shouldn't matter how big a superstar you are, isn't it? Yes. What about you? You also struggled in the industry for some time?
Yes. Last 2 years.
Last 2 years, of course?
Yes. So, but my parents were supportive. They were like, yes, go ahead, do it, we will support you. So in that case, I didn't find it that difficult because my parents are still supportive. They are helping me. They're saying, okay, go ahead, go do
some risk pays off, isn't it?
So I'm very in that way.
Okay, great. What about you?
There's no much sentence because after engineering, I just joined NICC. That's
you said you dropped out of engineering.
I dropped out of engineering.
Yes, correct.
I joined NICC, completed degree, diploma, and completed MBA right now. Till date, this second, my parents are supportive.
Supportive?
Yes, they're very much supportive.
That is
okay,
hard.
just don't give up. Go ahead, you can do it. You can do it.
Okay.
I'm completely into acting, and we're traveling together. I started getting into industry from 2011, and we both started, myself and Navin. We're childhood friends. In fact, our friendship started from 8th standard in school.
Yeah, we do.
Navin.
I'm sorry, Navin and you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he got introduced to me as a narrator.
As a
narrator?
Narrator.
Yes.
In 8th standard.
Yes.
Achha.
You know which movie he narrated to me was Baba, Superstars movie.
Baba.
Yes.
Talaiva Rajnikant.
Yes.
No, actually, he didn't watch the movie.
I didn't watch the movie. He watched the movie. He was actually talking. I was like, okay, what's it about? From the beginning till then, I saw the movie with his narrations. Trust me, it was so good.
Well, why were you narrating that movie to him?
Because he didn't watch it. He's like, what is the movie about? And it was English class, maths class, some class. Our teacher was...
Math class. Let's take a math class. Yeah. That's the class we all get bored of.
Let's do it math.
Creative people get bored in math class. Bottom line.
Math is going on and we were narrating the story. That's how it was.
Okay.
And from that it started and it kept on continuing. And right now we are here. We never imagined this actually. And to the people who are actually looking for, for the passion, I have to tell that they have to follow the passion and wait till the day when they have to give up. Wait till the day. The moment the day comes, I'm sure the doors will open.
Okay.
You have to wait till the day you give up.
Okay.
So that will be the day when positive energy starts.
All right, pyar mohabbat ki baatein ho gayi. Now let's talk some business. All right, so how much has Ashton Kutcher paid you for this movie? Bought the rights already? Has he bought the movie from you or not? No. Be honest. Don't say when time comes we'll tell. What is it like? So what is the future like? Any Hollywood production house is interested in you guys? I'm sure there must be.
I hope.
Yeah. Hope. The moment you stop hoping, then everything is over. So, what is the response like? Has anybody contacted you from Hollywood?
We got not Hollywood exactly, but we got some film festival head presidents contacting us directly and telling that send your movie to us.
Okay.
Movie is good. I'm sure it'll win some awards, so you can send it to us.
A soft copy?
Yeah, the DVDs in the.
Don't
DVDs.
forget to send a screenshot of that Twitter. It'll add more weightage, of course.
Actually, that had added. Actually, to be honest, I've seen this guy only in Star movies. Okay. Never watched his movie in theater.
Okay.
Okay, and the moment he told that he has shared it, just 2 days back I was seeing Alia Bhatt's that Going Home movie. He has shared it. Home.
Correct.
It came in all the media. I was like, okay, we are proud because it's Indian movie. And Indian videos, he never shares it in Facebook or Twitter. He shares only all Hollywood kind stuff. So when he shared that, I was proud. Okay, yeah. And after 2 days, when he shared our movie, I was like, Okay, maybe that's a fake account.
Yeah.
12 o'clock in the night he gave me a call. Hey, you saw that? I'm like, what? You saw that? I'm like, what? 12 o'clock, what do I see there?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, I just know. So what next? I don't know. Okay. We went to eat biryani then.
At 12 o'clock in the night?
Yeah, we go to Shivaji Nagar.
Acha, okay.
Biryanis.
Okay.
Whenever
That's
we
how
don't-
you celebrated
Yes,
your
we
success?
celebrate. We don't know what to do next. We go for biryani.
Biryani.
We actually have a group WhatsApp. He keeps texting.
Biryani
me.
boys.
Yes, exactly. Say it, biryani boys.
To be honest, before coming here, we actually
Oh, good. Yes. What are you guys? I mean, you guys are very plump as well. All foodies.
We keep sharing, like
Not biryani.
awards, like
Awards you can
we
share,
got this
not
award so and so in Mumbai awards. We
Acha.
got selected in so and so Kolkata. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
we keep getting these updates every day. WhatsApp, okay. And this is like a break. I'm like, guys, you have to watch this. Ashton Kutcher has like shared our thing. I was like, we stopped again. I'm like, oh, seriously? Then go again, check everything. It's a break. I mean, we used to keep getting updates like so and so film festival are interested to screen this film, and this is a big break compared to everything.
Of course. It's a very,
We are
very,
really thankful for that.
Yes, yeah, you should thank Ashton as well. And
Yes.
I mean, since he has shared this particular video, has anybody from his circle commented? You've got any other people from the Hollywood industry commenting
not
after he posted the video?
not right now.
We hope
We actually had
we hope his
Meera-
wife
Meera-
has.
Yes, we are hoping.
Yeah. Hoping.
Yes.
I'm sure they will.
She would have seen, yeah.
She will see the video, right? Yeah.
All right. Great. All right.
Like she was seen kid and uncle, okay.
Yes, but not names were there, no? I mean, names were also
Yeah.
No,
You're lucky.
this movie got best ad film of the year 2014 this month in Mumbai.
Okay.
And the child artist is getting the best child artist of the year, and he'll be getting in this month.
Okay.
So that award is yet to come, and we just got a call about that. And things are just moving on. We don't know it's already 1 year. Number 14 is just gone next week.
Time flies when you're
It
enjoying
flies.
yourself. Seeing all the wonderful comments
It's clear,
on the
yeah.
social
I
media.
mean,
So
it
any
flies
other awards you
even
guys
more
are getting?
faster when you have biryani though.
Yeah, that is there, of course. Yeah, that's how you guys
Completely forget
celebrate.
everything,
Yeah, and don't tell Ashton Kutcher that though. He will not understand what you're saying. But what is the future like for this movie? Is there any other takers from the Indian
Actually,
industry?
we got many takers. Right now, it's been distributed by a company called Pocket Films in Mumbai.
Finally?
Yeah, they're distributing the
Okay.
film there, and in South there's another company which is the distributing. So we used to just meet up, and we used to just talk about at least half an hour about the movie, so that we can at least do something.
Okay.
Because it's already reached 6.4 millions, so why not more? So yeah, so it has every hour at least some 50,000, at least 50,000, yeah.
Okay, now that you guys are here, I think it's time for us to discuss about the platform the social media gives upcoming filmmakers or artists or anybody you take in the recent time who's made it really big has taken the help of social media. Do you think for the upcoming filmmakers or artists or singers, it is the platform if you use the right AdWords, if you market your product well, that people are watching you around the world, so much so that even a Hollywood star can comment on somebody sitting in Bengaluru and making a movie about adoption?
Definitely, it's a boon when you have a social media like Facebook and Twitter. It's actually an added advantage for all the people who are newcomers right here, because few years back, we also know how the film industry and how people were just trying to. They're just a little bit eager to show their face on the screen. That's it. Okay. And now, since you have this social medias and other things, it's added advantage rather.
Okay.
Yes, and. Of course, you also have these days. I would say the students are like little broad-minded. They just don't stick out to engineering and medicals. Rather, they also choose a lot of other fields and try to get on to the creative ones.
No, simply because even those fields are now sold out. How many engineers will you actually hire? How many doctors will actually become successful and open clinics and hospitals? It takes dedication and passion and real attachment to the particular industry or subject for you to grow in that industry.
Yes,
so
I would say it should be more about okay, this is something I can tell to people now, because finally I know I'm doing fine in the industry now and I'm doing this full time. So and I'm happy where I am, whereas I see all my friends from who are engineers and doctors keep coming up to me and telling me, dude, I'm so bugged with my life, man, my job is boring and all of that. I'm like, why are you complaining? This is what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then they tell me, but I didn't know what else to do. So what I would like to suggest a lot of people is, go out there. Don't just sit and listen to, don't be a sheep in the herd. Go out there and find out the options that are available, and learn stuff about yourself. And if you end up doing stuff that you really love to do, you will not complain.
Okay.
And I have no complaints. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm sure most of these people are too.
Of course.
So,
after his comment on Twitter, probably Ashton's comment on Twitter, now you'll get doing more movies and you'll be more motivated to remain in the film industry.
I think social media that way is very good because you can immediately know what the other person thinks. So you comment, and then you can interact. You can have a conversation on what you've done online, and it's accessible, it's cheap, it's not expensive.
Of course.
So that way I think it's a boon for everybody, and like you asked, if this is something that new filmmakers will be looking forward to, if they can put it across the right way, then I think yes, definitely.
Yeah, there are several parameters you have to look at before uploading your content online, and if you're doing that right and you're doing it well, even there it's about marketing. You're doing the right things and gaining a lot of views. It's not just your school or your community going and liking it. The world has to watch the movie, isn't it?
Exactly.
So that's a nice thing. But talking about the social media platform, when these guys ruthlessly comment on your video, see, at the end of the day, let's face it, Janta Janardhan, they are the bosses. End of the day, on a Friday, when you go and watch your theater, you are the boss deciding whether you're going to watch this movie again, whether this movie is going to be a super hit. No director, no actor, no producer is having the control over the audience. So you have to take it. Whether they give you a bitter pill to swallow or not, you have to take it. But does it sometimes demotivate you? Sometimes when they say this movie sucks, what are the guys doing? As you said, what have they liked the particular video upside down?
It does. I think sometimes it does. I think everybody feels affected with negative comments. It's not easy to digest all the negative comments, but also then you look at the comment and you ask yourself, does it make sense to you? Does it really affect you? And then you decide if you want to get affected or not. But it generally does. Of course, to me it does sometimes.
Okay. It can
It can definitely can.
Normally, like the positive comments are like high compared to the negative, and you directly look at the positive. Ignoring the negative thing.
Okay.
So we are not actually worried about the negative comment.
Kudos to you and your team, guys. You guys have done a wonderful job. You have really taken our city, our nation at a global platform, getting us recognition, and for yourselves, it's a wonderful job you're doing. We're coming to the end of this particular interview here, but quickly, one by one, what is your message to the Aam Janta? Why should they watch your particular short film, and what are you trying to say through this movie?
Adopt a child. And love, that's unconditional. Okay, just go ahead, be faithful to your heart, and go ahead and adopt. That's something I love to tell people.
Wonderful. What about you?
It's the same, I would say, because that's what this movie is all about. Please go out and adopt a child if you don't have one.
Okay. Bhupinder?
Yeah, the very same thing. The whole message we have was, we are using the media to pass out a social message today, and we are sure we want to do so with many other videos that we're going to come up with. So I would just say, think about it rightly and see if it works out for you. Please go out there and adopt a child, and please take care of the child.
Karthik?
Normally, there are kids, they don't have parents and stuff. We also talk about them. But there are also people who have their parents and they are living apart from the state and city, and they're also missing their parents and stuff. But also, we try to get it out. Even we live apart, we still love our mother, kind of thing. So
what I'd like to say is adopt because you want to, not because you're forced to.
Okay. That's a wonderful message. Yes, of course. Yes, sir.
The message itself says adopting a child is the most important aspect, and especially a child who doesn't have the mother's love and the father's attachment. Such kind of child should be taken into an adopted, and then they have to given a good social platform.
Yeah, that's every child should get a basic love. This is the basic love which every kid should get, and this is one message. And another one is the people who have mother, love her, because you never know. You just love her when you're with her. So just love her. That's it.
Yanmal?
Let everyone taste the mother's love.
Wonderful. I'm from theatre as well, and if your team ever requires any actor, I'm up for adoption. You can adopt me. I can definitely act in your movies and do something great. Thank you so much for joining us on our studios, and yes, you have something to say.
Thank you so much
for News9, okay, because this is again a very huge platform to us. I mean, this is more encouraging to us as well. Thank you so very much. We will surely add you on the list where we were encouraging. I mean, after our parents.
Our pleasure. And that's what News9 does.
It all commence with Ashton Kutcher's Hollywood connection.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what News9 does. It gives you.
We also have a next coming movie where we have which is for women and another for nation patriotism. And meanwhile, 4 of us, Karthik, Sendhil, myself, doing a feature film right now. Support us. Thank you.
Of course, always, and that's what News9 does. It gives you the best stories from across Bengaluru so that the world knows what's happening in our city. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us in our studios. We wish and hope you reach greater heights and your film does even better than what it's done. Thank you for joining us in our studios, ladies and gentlemen. I loved talking to these guys, a bunch of filmmakers, simply because I learned the power of hope. Whether you're not doing well in the film industry or in your life, or you're not able to have a child, there's always hope. It's just a matter of time that you look up for it and adopt that hope. And really, that's the message we're trying to bring across through this movie and through our interview. Thank you for watching News9. News and updates will continue on the other side.